Hello friends, this is Ashirwad here, and in this video we are going to learn how to convert any numeric type into string. Okay, so as you can see I have declared a few numbers here as int-var, long-var, byte-var, short-var, double-var and float-var of their respective types, and these are all numbers. Okay, you know that. And what I'm going to do is I will be storing each and every one one of these variables, the values, in the respective string variables. Okay, the only thing that you need to remember about the method that I am going to use. Okay, so I'll be explaining you two simple ways of doing this thing. First method is actually the simple one, and the other one is a special method. So let me explain this thing by following the first method. Well, it's quite simple. For example, let me first of all convert this int-var into string. Okay, so what I'm going to write is string s1 is equal to double quotes, and make sure that there is no space here. Okay, so what it means is that this thing is a string, an empty string of course, and you add anything to any string, the ultimate result is always string. Okay, so this is the logic that I am going to follow. So let us put a plus sign and then just write the variable that you want to convert. It's int var. Okay, so that's it. After executing this, if we print the value of s1, system.out.println, and we print s1, and actually let's run it. So as you can see here in the output window, it displayed the value 100, which is of course the value of s1, and this means that the system has successfully converted this int-var, the value of this int-var, into string. So similarly you can convert any of these numeric variables, the values of these numeric variables into string, simply by adding them with an empty double quotes without space. So this is the simple part. Okay, the other technique which I am going to explain you is by using a special method called toString. Okay, so how do we use toString is this. So let me actually declare this string s1 again, and I'm going to store the value of this int-var in it. Okay, so since I'm converting the value of an integer variable to string, so the class I'm going to use is of course integer, and we put a dot sign and then we write toString. So when you read out this thing, you can understand this conversion very easily. That is, we are going to convert an integer to string. Okay, so it has automatically taken the variable which I want to convert, and in fact you can specify any integer value inside these brackets. So that's it. Similarly, if I want to convert the value of this long-var variable into string, I can store it in s2, and the question is, which class do I use now? Should it be integer? Of course not, because this is a long type of variable, so the class will change accordingly. So the class which I have to use here is long, and from long I am converting to string, so it will be long dot to string, and as you can see it has automatically taken long var. Okay, the IntelliSense feature is a great feature, guys, in NetBeans. Okay, so it helps you a lot while you're writing this type of code. Okay, so let's move on and try to store this byte type of variables value in S3. So which class should I use? Byte and dot to string, and it has taken the byte var again automatically. And in S4 I want to convert and store the value of short var. So which class? Short dot to string. And in S5 we want to store double var, so the class is going to be double because we are converting from double, and double dot to string. And lastly in S6 the class is float dot to string. So it's kind of very simple to understand. When you read it out, you can understand the logic behind using this toString method. First thing, that it should be used with appropriate classes, as what I have done here. And second thing is to know what we should write inside the brackets. So if it is the conversion from int to string, then you have to specify an integer value, of course, because you want to convert an integer into string. And here you are going to convert a long type of value into a string, so you have to specify a long type of value inside the brackets, and this thing goes so on for the rest of the coding. So after executing or after typing these conversion lines, when you print S1, S2, S3 and so on, you will definitely get all these values one by one, and all those values will be in which form? String. Okay, so I hope you have understood this conversion well. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe.